talking about National Catholic School Week, and Chuck is a product of a Catholic school education. He just asked a question: what's the biggest difference, let's say, between your public schools and what a child and education experience is at a Catholic school?
Well, here we get to have the choice of they get to have a chance to pray. We get to study the theology in the Catholic school, and we get to have that opportunity to do that at this time, where you don't always have that choice. I mean, you can do that in the public school, right? But we get to at any time during the day and have that, and we get to present that to the kids and the students at that time.
Mm-hmm. Well, one thing that I think about when it comes to education, we know what happened during the pandemic, and we've heard the figures that children are behind, the numbers that they're, especially those kids that were coming into first, second, those early developmental years into the education system. How is the Catholic school addressing those deficiencies? And did they have that same, because they were under some certain places or under the same rules as the public school system? How have they addressed that shortcomings in the Catholic school system?
Academics is always addressed, and even though we get to have the chance to have ministry with them, and we get to have that every day as far as going to mass and all those things in the private sector. But academics is still just as strong, and moving forward and moving kids academically and moving them towards the whatever realm they are interested in as far as college and moving on in the secondary world. But that's still addressed every day academically. So we're still stressing academics, just like in the public schools.
I know one big thing that you hear about in public school, and I think from people I've known who've attended Catholic schools, from cousins and relatives, and now even in today at Holy Cross and other places, is class size of importance matter? Can we keep those sizes smaller in those Catholic schools?
Absolutely, and that's one thing that we get to do, is to keep the classes smaller. We get to address individuality and stuff like that, which is a great opportunity for all students, which is a blessing.
My question is this: as far as diversity goes in the Catholic school, okay, we have a way of incorporating, let's say, people with autism into the public school system, into the, quote, regular classes. Are we doing that in the Catholic school system also, the inclusivity end of it?
We address many individual students and here at St. Mary's, and we address that as best we can. Yes, sir.
But the big question is, and especially in these times, economics always come into play when it comes to education. Is it an expensive endeavor? Is it we're going to have to cut back on everything? Do families have to make a huge sacrifice to get children in and pay for the tuition of a Catholic school? Is it cost efficient, I guess, is the question I'm asking.
I think that is the opportunity that you choose to do that, and because you want to, if that's the thing that you want your child to go through, absolutely. But there's also different ways to, there's scholarships, there's other things, but that is the sacrifice that you choose whenever you ask or you want your kid to go to a private school. That's something that you, as a family, that you choose because you want that and you want to send your kid to a private school. But also on the other end, there's different opportunities to, for scholarships and other things that you can do to get your kid through to a private school. So there's opportunities to make sure that happens if that's important to your family.
With National Catholic School Week going on this week, what are campuses here locally? Are there any projects or any programs that you're doing to highlight this week?
Absolutely. So a couple of things that we do is that we celebrate our community, and our students are thinking about how can they serve and what can they do. We celebrate our students and to celebrate them and to let them know why they are in the school and what can we do to get them better. We celebrate vocations and what can you do to learn more about the Catholic or Catholicism. We celebrate our staff and for them to like be thankful for the teachers and people that work within the Catholic system. And then we celebrate our nation, and then so they can learn more about what's going on within the nation, and that's so important in the Catholic systems. So it's a pretty exciting week for all the kids and all their hard work that they do throughout the year. Mm-hmm. So it's an exciting time for all the dioceses, and they celebrate each other and all the schools in the diocese. And so just like we heard from Hereford Elementary, and so that was so exciting. So it's pretty cool that they all stay together.
It is a family. It is a family, truly.
Absolutely.
One of my questions is the discipline in the Catholic school classroom is a little bit more tighter, I guess I'd call it, tighter than what it would be in the public school classroom, is it not?
I think, Chuck. I think back to the old days too. I don't think they're allowed to wrap knuckles anymore.
Oh man! Whoa!
That's a funny concept.
You would bring that up. That hurts me now, man.
That is a funny concept. I just think, there's just a lot of respect for, and the kids have a lot of respect for each other. It's a beautiful thing to see the older kids mentoring the younger kids and just to have a respect for themselves and for the culture that they have. And it's just, I've come from the public school, which was, I had a great career there.
Right.
And to be here now and to watch and to be able to worship with the kids daily, and to just, if a kid is struggling and they want to stop and say a prayer with you, or if they want to stop and, do that together, and for them to share with each other, it's just a beautiful thing. And for them to say prayers for the priest or for someone who's sick or something, it's just a great concept. And if that's what you want your family to be in, awesome. If that's how you want to grow your family, that's a great opportunity for you to do. It just meets the needs of their family. So that's the sacrifice that you choose to do.
As a parent or a guardian, I'm thinking about this. I'm looking at my alternatives when it comes to education in my child. What would you say is the best first step inroad to familiarize ourselves with the Catholic Church school and what's going on here in our community?
Ask me that again.
Yeah, what should I do? I'm debating about maybe this is something I want to do for my child. What would be the first steps? How would we go about, let's say, starting this adventure of turning toward a Catholic school education?
Sure. I would come and I would take the time to ask for a tour, and ask for a tour to walk through St. Mary's or St. Joe's, or, come and see the monastery and come see how things are, or what goes on in the schools, and see how things work. Or go to Holy Cross and see how things work. And I mean, there's great things going on. And just to see how it works, get involved in one of the parishes and see how, because all of our kids go to many of the churches or any of the things here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a great way, if you're looking at options in education, a Catholic school education, as they celebrate National Catholic School Week. I know some great students from Holy Cross, some great kids who go to St. Mary's, and it's a great way to look at education. It's, it encompasses all the traditions, plus a strong academic and discipline of nurturing for a child and family, and that's the key. This is about family. This is what this is all about. They really encourage the family. Check out our several local Catholic schools here in our community. There's campuses in Hereford. Where are some of the other campuses you have across the High Plains, Miss Lackey?
Dalhart, Hereford, and all the way to Lubbock is our area. Yes, sir.
It's a great education. It's something to look at and consider. Once again, celebrating National Catholic Schools Week. Check out your local Catholic school. Maybe that's the education opportunity you need.
Right.
Ms. Lackey, great job. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Anytime. We'll take a quick break. We're back with more chat on Newsday Amarillo and News Channel 10-2.